Yeah. I mean, there's no better way to start off a Friday with a little bit of this. A little bit of this.
This year Halloween fell on the weekend. Me and ghetto boys are trick-or-treating, robbing little kids for bags. Till the no man got...
All right, man. Welcome back. Welcome in, subscribers, our friends. Man, guys, we got a great show today.
I feel good, man.
Actually, let me not say that. We don't got a great show. We got a pretty good show. Maybe it's so-so show.
The so-so show.
The so-so show. I mean,
Maybe it's just okay.
Yeah, bring the expectation down.
Yeah, just go bring it down, man.
Yeah. So all you guys watching at home, make sure this shit is not great. It's like below medium.
It's Halloween weekend.
Yeah.
Is it really Halloween weekend?
It is.
Y'all want to introduce ourselves first?
Why do you think I played that? Look, we got my man, the Ace, right here, Kevin.
I don't have no kids. I don't know what Halloween is. All I do is trick. I don't treat. So I don't treat. What's up, guys? I'm the Ace. It's Friday. It's good to see you.
I'm the Joker.
What up, y'all? I'm the King in the building.
Yeah, finally back.
Yeah,
finally
the King's back. He's been on a expedition.
Yeah, you know, I've been out there hunting for events, trying to stack this money.
Yeah, stack that cheddar, man.
So I've been giving Mikey a hard time about not showing up, but it was all out of love, so I was trying to guilt trip him in, and he's here today. And this show really wouldn't work without you, Mikey. So
appreciate that, Kevin.
Welcome back.
Appreciate it. I am here. I used some new lotion today, and
so what's up with this lotion?
Not that one, but the one before that one.
Oh,
I put some on at home before I came. And I don't know why this lotion, man, it feels like it makes my hand like oily or sweaty. So I use this other stuff, you know, to see if it even it out.
This is a great topic.
We'll see. I mean, look at this.
This is a great conversation then.
You know?
Hey, man, look, it is Halloween weekend. Kevin doesn't know about that. Kevin, when's the last time that you went trick-or-treating, bro?
Last time I went trick-or-treating, and I had to be a kid, I guess.
Like how?
Well, I mean, when I was about 15 or 16, I was out there robbing little kids for bags. I don't know if you count that trick-or-treating, but I was out there stealing their candy.
Oh,
sure.
I got a Halloween story. Do you guys remember that we were in your car, I think. We stopped to get gas. We all had like remember those like scary,
the
screen
ghost masks?
Green.
Yes, that's what it was. It was the
clear
masks
that
just
like maybe a little bit of lipstick eyeshadow.
And we were at the gas station, and there was a red light, bunch of cars there, and we all jump out of the car waiting to get gas, and then we walk to the cars in the light, freak some lady out, and she almost like slams in the car in front of her. You don't
remember that?
I think we were in your car.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
I think we were in your car. And we all hopped out, and like we started walking up just to scare people on that red light. And this lady freaked out.
I don't think it was me, but you guys are jerks.
Or it could have been Roy. We could have been with Roy.
Man, I want to say, like, Roy, you were probably one of the craziest dudes growing up, man. But, we've connected. I know you live in some way state far away, man. But it looks like you got...
It's in Dallas.
Is it Dallas?
That is a state far away, though.
Yeah, Dallas is another state, dude. The H-town, man. But, man, it looks like you got your shit together, brother. So, congratulations.
Look, we won't give you a hard time about Dallas, although it is the armpit of Oklahoma.
Did he always live in Dallas? I thought he was up north.
Yeah, I think he moved. I don't know how long ago he moved there. But he's got like 5 kids.
Well, now I don't really care about Roy because that means he's a Cowboys fan, right?
No, I'm sure he still represents the H.
No, he is. I seen his Facebook post.
Okay. All right, Roy. You're good, Roy.
Astros, man.
You're good with me, Roy. I've just been giving it to people lately, man.
I was just about to say that.
Do I have an issue? You call me a bully. You call me a bully. So
I actually wanted to talk about that. I feel like Kevin, he doesn't know it, or just doesn't accept it, that he is a natural bully. You know what I mean? But with a good heart. And it's not his fault.
The funny thing is that growing up, I was not like that. I was not a bully. I bullied the bullies. And maybe that's what's happening.
We always did that. I guess, yeah, you're absolutely right. Because we were we did bully the bullies, right? We did take the bullies out, make sure that they understood they were nothing when they came around us, right?
Yeah. So let me just say.
But
this.
around friends, Kevin was the most aggressive.
I was
Kevin
because I'm a badass. But the thing is though is that I text and I a lot of times do speech to text and they come off really harsh. And you can ask any one of the employees or like all the people that work for me. They're like, "Oh shit, Kevin, why you gave me one of them texts again?" But that's just me. I don't know. I mean, I just keep it real. But yeah, I apologize, Mike.
Man, I appreciate that, brother. I appreciate that.
We've been praying for you because we know you're so busy, man. So busy.
Yeah.
So what's up, man? Y'all got some topics to talk about today?
Yeah, but
Nico,
man,
what
look,
you
I
got?
was going to talk about this.
Before we start anything, I just want to show this, and this is gonna be a tradition. And I know that I've been trying to not cuss, but fuck the Atlanta Braves.
We burned that Boston hat.
And
we
now
won that series.
Yes.
We're going to burn this Atlanta house.
This will happen today. We will be burning this hat today. I want everyone to wait and watch the video. We're gonna talk about some great things. I'm gonna light this bitch on fire.
I may take it
Fuck
home,
Atlanta.
pick up dog shit in my own.
Is that
smeared
poop
on the
on the other side of that?
Yeah, I had. So if you look right here on this, it's discolored. I actually wiped my butt with this morning, and then I put some shout out on it so it wouldn't smell when we came in.
Nice.
Yeah, just hold on to that part.
Hey, just before we move on to topics, man, I was Halloween stories.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember Ryan Caston?
I think so. Yeah.
All right. See, we're all out partying. I think everybody's like juniors or seniors, and we're walking past junior high kids, and Ryan decides that he's gonna steal this junior high girl's freaking bag of candy. And bro, when I tell you she served him, dude.
Yes.
Dude, she yanked the bag so hard that he fell on the ground, man, and she started hitting him with the bag. Junior high girl.
That's awesome. What did you get?
She was not trying to let go of that candy.
So it was that was the last year that I went trick or treating. I know I didn't even dress up.
Yeah.
I actually went to I can't remember who was with me, but we went to Michelle Nelson's house because we wanted to see her mom. we didn't need
Her mom was hot.
Yeah. She had MIO status,
Yeah.
So yeah, like we were like, let's just go, go over to Michelle's house and just see if her mom will. And she opened the door and she's like, aren't y'all a little bit old?
That's some good stuff. Hey man, so I've been seeing on TV that they're giving out this THC candy. That's like a big deal. It's a big news episode. I'm just scared.
For real?
Yeah, well, they've been saying that people are going to be passing out the THC candy, and y'all are all into trick or treating. So I was just wondering, are y'all doing that? Because I'm a weed head. Are y'all giving out the THC candy?
All the candy I give out has razor blades in it.
Okay, so you're razor blades. Yeah. Like you just got regular candy?
Yeah, I just give the legit candy.
Yeah, if you see the video, man, throw me the address. I'm trying to get some gummies, so holler at me.
Is that a real thing? People are
yeah. So on the news the other day, they made a huge ordeal about it, and I'm gonna be real honest with you. I think it's freaking bullshit because no pothead's giving out free gummies to little kids.
Yeah, there's no way.
They're expensive, right? I mean, there's no way.
Because I'm like, if that's really happening, I'm trying to go to that address.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, comment your address on there so we can come over there.
How can they reach us, Kevin?
Yeah, you can reach us. There's an email there. We'll put all our information in there. And
I don't do none of that weed, but
yeah. Whatever.
Hey, man.
No, so I know you wanted to talk about a few subjects. What'd you have scripted?
I have, for some reason, I wrote vehicles on here.
Yeah,
I'm not really sure. I think I was
talking about vehicles.
No, I think that had to do with my work. So my first thing is, and that man, I don't know if you guys can see over there in the corner right there, and Nico, you might want to grab those because you've been calling me out on some hip hop, and I want to discuss this little thing we got going here, and I even got a Google search ready.
For what?
Top
ready.
10
ready
hip hop
little
artists. Little Bow Wow.
I got a bunch of friends who think New York, specifically,
do you believe that the Billboard
Wu-Tang is better than West Coast when it comes to NWA and specifically Dr. Dre? And I'm not cool with that. Dr. Dre's Chronic made all rap. It changed the game. Actually, before that, I made a joke. All rap was like Sugar Hill Gang in New York, the hippie, and West Coast NWA pushed it into gangster rap, and then the Chronic actually pushed that mainstream to the white kids in the suburbs, right?
Okay.
Who then said, "Yeah, well, like we want to hear this music on radio stations." So they would play the version where it'd be like, they take out the cuss words or whatever.
There's a lot
all
of
of a sudden you had to start having like clean versions of songs,
Yeah, so I do agree with you on that. It seems like you have the history of rap down. But some of the songs you like, in my opinion, are crap. But and I'm just gonna be honest with you.
Of what songs? The Chronic, the album?
No. There was three albums, and it said which would you rather listen to? And I think we took it different ways. If I'm not
Are you
mistaken.
talking about
So
the post?
the album,
There was a post that
were,
BT
it
made a
was
shout out.
NWA straight
Okay,
out.
I just saw that. Yeah.
It was the Chronic, and it was I think it was
See,
either Lethal Injection or Death.
Ice Cube.
Either way,
Ice Cube.
you could take the other two, drop them off, and just have the Chronic versus anything from
So who were
Wu-Tang.
the other? Who it was? RZA,
That's
Liquid
a-
Sword.
It was Chef Raekwon. It was the original 16 Chambers, Wu-Tang, and then it was Liquid Swords.
Okay.
And everybody
So-
that is in our like circle of friends, it's like, oh, Wu-Tang. There's like, oh, you can play Liquid Swords just on repeat and let it go.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, you could do the same thing with the Chronic.
No.
Yeah,
There's
absolutely.
no song on the Chronic.
Absolutely. Every single song on the Chronic is hitting. Every single song. But I mean, you could drop off the other, leave the Chronic, drop the other two,
And they would be-
36 Chambers and drop the other two. And that's
So you think the Chronic is a better album than 36 Chambers, or do you think it was a better catalyst for hip hop to grow? That's what
To
I
me,
want
that
to know.
goes into
No.
the
It said
equation.
pick one that you could listen to. You'd rather listen to the Chronic
Yeah.
than 36 Chambers?
absolutely.
Okay, I disagree.
Yeah.
But that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, the Chronic is that.
Can I
on that
read?
Dre
Can
Day,
I
son.
read the
Put
list
on that Dre Day,
of who
son.
Billboard.com says? And so
No,
it
because
says
they start off with Lil Wayne. So,
Yeah, so, I mean,
it's
Lil
like,
Wayne is
Lil Wayne's legit.
He
Lil
changed.
Wayne is
But
legit.
I think this is made because of the amount of hits that they had, like how many Billboard top hits they had, how many songs. Like
Let's
they
just run
actually
through them.
made.
So number 10, Lil Wayne. Number 9, Kendrick Lamar.
Oh, God.
This might be a bad list, guys.
This is a way
Number
bad
8,
list.
Ghostface Killer.
No.
Number 7, okay, so
Fugees, baby.
So-
Fugees, baby.
Fugees, yeah. Andre 3000, you can't give him number 6.
I could
Why would I
Andre
give him
some-
number 6 when I give Outkast? I'll just give it to Outkast. Why would I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because of Big
Nas?
Boy.
I'm
Big
not a
Boy
Nas
doesn't.
fan.
I don't
I
think
like
Big-
Nas. His
I like
first two
Nas,
albums
too.
were awesome.
Yeah.
So.
Rakim.
Oh God.
One of the
I
most
mean-
best lyricists not a lot of people know about.
Yeah,
but that's
he's
fine.
legit. I don't know.
Eminem? Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
M belongs in the top 5.
Yeah.
But Eminem don't care if he's in the top 10. It don't matter. He's a battle rapper, dude. He's not a pop rapper. Number 2, Jay-Z.
Jay belongs in the top 5 for sure.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Probably top 4.
All right, so this is
This where I have a problem. Look, I don't have a problem with Biggie being number 1, but you
Whoa.
need a 1A and 1B.
I 1A and 1B would work.
Who are we missing on this list? That disqualifies this list automatically.
Who?
Tupac.
Tupac is not on this list.
Biggie and Tupac are the best
all right,
rappers ever.
So we saw the list, and that list is bullshit. And I just Googled, Billboard popped up, so I think that list is crap. They're off this
that
TV.
list is dumb.
All right, so
Yeah,
you're saying
yeah.
top 3 ties: Tupac, Biggie, Jay-Z, and then Eminem in 4th.
Man, I love Jay-Z. I loved the first 3 albums. What was it? It was Reasonable Doubt, Life and Times 1 and 2.
The Blueprint.
I actually lost
Black
that,
Album,
but
White Album.
listen, and
Big one.
he's
I can-
he's taken what was already becoming mainstream and pushed it even further to where now, like you said, most people just recognize his music as hip hop,
Jay-Z?
or pop,
Jay-Z?
right? Yeah.
So Jay-Z has a lot of good songs, but he's self-admitted that he's trying to make money, and that's why he hit those pop rap songs to tailor to maybe it's the white kids or mainstream rap, and a lot of people call him a sellout for years. But he said, I'm selling out for the money. Listen to the rest of the album if you're a hip hop fan.
And that's the thing. He would have a few songs that were, for the crowd, for the masses. But that blueprint,
99 Problems.
But that blueprint, that blueprint album
was legit.
Was legit. Like that's one of the last albums that I feel like the entire thing you can listen to on repeat, and every single song is.
Did that come out after Marshall Mathers?
Yeah.
That Marshall Mathers album, I mean, every single song hit.
Yeah.
And that, you think that the Chronic was more influence on
the
suburban rap?
The game.
Okay, but do you think it changed the game more than Eminem bringing the white suburban culture into rap?
Unfortunately, you have no Eminem if you don't have Dr. Dre, right? Like if you don't have 50 Cent, right?
Yeah, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I mean, Dr. Dre put him down. I mean, he started them, but I think that Dr. Dre would probably say that a lot of Eminem albums are better than his Chronic.
I would say Marshall Mathers is better than the Chronic,
bro. Whenever.
But I gotta put history, like historical influence.
Okay. So we will agree that 1, 2, 3, and 4 are somewhere with Biggie, Tupac, Jay-Z, and Eminem.
Look, Dre is never gonna wind up in my top 5 as rappers. That's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
No,
producer. He's the best producer.
But that album is going to wind up somewhere in my top 5 of just because of historical value. And
so a lot of people don't know this about Kanye West, but Kanye West is a producer too. He's a beat maker.
I like Kanye.
Yeah, he started long before he got a rap career. He was actually pretty bad at rapping in the beginning. I don't know if he ever excelled past that, but he made beats for people.
He really, really started to blow up with all the beats that he was making for Jay-Z.
He made some for me, but I was like, man, who's this guy?
Yeah,
I was like, K West. I don't know this
person. He's kind of gone a little crazy, don't you think? He's gone a little. I don't know. Isn't he crazy?
Trump supporter?
No, I thought he went to the mental hospital and lost his mind. I don't blame him. You got all that money and all that crazy stuff going on in his life, but he's into some weird stuff, right?
Man, I think that he was. Shit like that, some of the stuff that he was probably going through was probably really happening.
Yeah.
And people are just putting him out there to make him look crazy.
We know that there is a curse on any guys that date or get married to the Kardashian women.
Yes.
It is real, man.
So who do you think? Are the Kardashians the most influential people that have made... I mean, who are they? How did they become famous, man? They're nobody.
My wife watches their show.
My wife watches them. It's still on.
I can't stand it. I can't stand it. I tell her, like, what have these ladies done except for make this sex video that their mom put out on the internet in order to become famous? Like that.
So we've tried to get Nico's sex tape out. I mean, it just won't go. It won't go. You keep taking it down.
Why?
We're trying to get him a bolo too, but it ain't working. But
man, dude,
that's my thing, man. I guess we're in agreement. Yeah, I guess we're in agreement on the hip hop.
You can't put the sex tape on Facebook? Is that what we're saying?
Yeah. I tried it, deleted it. I do have a comment about Facebook. That's number 3 on my list, and that's something that I saw this morning. Is that Facebook renamed itself?
Yeah, someone showed me that yesterday.
Okay, so everyone thinks that the whole structure is going to change. It was just a name change, and it's kind of like, I don't know if y'all know, Google is now called Alphabet.
No, I didn't know.
Okay, well now you know.
Yeah.
So Facebook is now called Meta. They still own WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram. They still own all that stuff. For some reason, they restructured, and the whole thing is based on now virtual reality social spaces.
Do you have the camera on here so that?
Yeah, you're dropping. So. I don't know what that means, and I don't know what the future is, but I know Oculus 3D goggles are becoming really, really big right now. And there's those things that you wear, like they're starting to do workouts. You have the paddles that you're moving around. So is that what the direction of social media is going to be? That you're actually going to be able to go into an actual chat room?
That'd be sweet.
Yeah. So there's already a lot of people that are fired up, keyboard warriors, whatever you want to call them. Can you imagine if they were live and in a virtual room, like how the arguments would go?
I mean, we saw these kind of things like 20, 30 years ago in some of the science fiction, fantasy type movies, right? Yeah. Like I'm thinking about the one with Stallone and Wesley Snipes. What was that called? Dang, man.
I know what you're talking
where
about.
They freeze Stallone, for a crime, and then they bring him out to capture Wesley Snipes.
I'm thinking Fifth Element, but that's
no. In any case, man, like the way that people have like sexual interactions.
Oh yeah.
It's like through the Oculus system.
You tried it? They have that now. I mean,
I haven't, but I gotta assume like which. So here's what I heard.
But that shit is.
You remember VHS and Beta, two different video players?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So what I heard was, whatever platform exists and promotes and excels at pornography is actually the platform that sticks around. So I don't know about Oculus, but if some version comes around and says like we're going to take advantage of this situation, whichever one doesn't will get put out of business.
I think I agree on that, but man, I encourage you, if you're on YouTube, to just after the show's over, look up YouTube and look up virtual reality China like sex dolls. And they straight up, I've seen this video, it's pretty wild. So they have the goggles on and they're laid back and they got a robot like doing it. And it's like the new form of, I guess, 3D virtual prostitution. You can buy them. You can buy them online if you want. Who needs a wife, I guess.
I think that whole thing is kind of scary, man.
It's weird and gross and scary.
For kids, like these virtual reality chat rooms and stuff. Like, I don't know if you all know of like, I don't know what the name of it is, but there's this app and a lot of kids were using it and they're like avatars.
Yeah.
So they go into like.
So that's what I think Meta's going to be.
And that's kind of crazy for kids because I heard that app. So we were actually at my house. We were having a barbecue. This was like a year ago, and a couple of my buddies were over there. And one of my friends, his daughter, was on the app, and another one of my buddy was like, he said something. He's like, "Is that the app that blah blah blah?" And he was like, "Oh yeah." And then he started telling us about his daughter, who is a teenager. And was on it, and they, there was guys asking them to do stuff, and like, I'm like, that's dangerous, dude. Like, that's shady shit right there, man. Like,
yeah, it's super weird.
I've had guys asking me to do stuff on there.
Yeah, Nico's been texting me. He's still getting the prostitution requests on Facebook over and over.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. I
It's
sent Kevin a picture of some of the ladies who, and I'm hitting straight delete, but like they're just not even hiding it. Yeah, they're like, "Hey, I'm Russian woman. I like to give sexy for money. I make WhatsApp chat." Just like, what?
What is that from?
From Facebook requests that come to my way.
Oh yeah, he sent me one. It's pretty weird.
Yeah.
So I'm over here laughing to myself. I'm over here producing this show, and I just want to show you how I can go on a quick diet because this is what I was doing the other day. So I look pretty. My belly's pretty big. But watch this.
Bam.
Man, I look
Hey,
good
man,
now.
hey.
Skinny and everything, huh?
Shameless plug, man.
No need to say
Put it
that.
back on your shirt.
Oh, shameless plug. It ain't shameless.
Yeah, it's not shameless. That's
This is
real.
it, boy. H-Town. Almost brought my other one. Jeremy Westfall, Sean Westfall. I'm going to pull up their website.
Hustletown Tees.
Hustletown Tees. They got some straight up H-Town gear, and it's Astro affiliated, but it's H-Town proud, man. These are my boys. Sean Westfall is a genius in graphics. So all of the graphics are done by him, and he's actually the one that built the graphics for Ace Office Furniture. Not a lot of people know that, but he actually produced the logo for Ace Office Furniture, and I think that he probably did a lot more work because I'm picky as shit, and he did like 20 revisions, and normally you pay for 3 or 4. But yeah, he was the face and logo builder of my company. So
That's awesome.
Cool. Yeah.
shout out for them.
Shout out for them for
We'll show
sure.
the links of them. HustleTownTees.com.
Yeah.
So saying that, man, do y'all want to jump on these Astros right now, or y'all want to, we got to talk about them.
Well, I mean, yeah, because this may be the last show we talk about it, honestly, except for if, like maybe we're talking about them winning next week, but after that, I mean,
So
the season's going to be over, like the next time we meet. So
will that be true if it gets rained out today? Because
Yes.
that's a topic
yeah,
of
because
discussion.
if they rain it out today, then they're going to play Monday in between next Tuesday and Wednesday start. So what would happen is if they need these games and today's rained out, they'll play Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then come back to Houston if they need to.
And play Tuesday, Wednesday.
To play Tuesday,
So
Wednesday.
no travel.
There won't be a travel day, no.
So what if it rains tonight and tomorrow?
That brings up a very interesting question.
Yeah. So I mean, potentially, it could last for longer. We might be able to talk about it. I hope we don't, because I hope we get the next. I hope we take.
I'd like to celebrate here. So
you want to come back to game
part of
5?
me goes like, let's get 2 there.
Yeah.
But give them 1 because I want to come back here and celebrate.
The thing that we're going to win all 3 there is, that's the Braves are good.
They,
What do you guys think happened? What do you guys think happened in the first game?
Lasers.
I don't know, man. It only happened in a couple innings.
You know, about Fromber.
Yeah, and Altuve wasn't really doing his thing, and I saw,
the bats have been a little cold from our infield,
but Altuve he was doing some work this last game.
Yeah,
the way we won. It was just a bad couple innings. I thought.
Do y'all think it was the pitching that they took us out in those first couple innings?
Like the game we went to in the other series, the Boston series. Like, man, you put 5 runs on somebody in 2 innings and it's over. It's just over. It mentally,
it's
over.
Unless you're like us, that one game that we came back and we were smashing home runs.
But your whole at-bats approach changes, I think.
Let me ask you this, Nico, because I'm learning more and more about baseball now, and I'm starting to really enjoy the specifics of the sport. And so the guy that pitched the first game is the guy that closed out the 5th game that beat Boston.
Correct.
Okay, so and I think I looked this up, that guy had only been in the majors in 2020 for a half season during COVID, and then he made it got pulled up to the Astros for this season now, and he pitched the winning game to make it to the World Series. Do you think it was a good decision to put him in as a starting pitcher?
We're talking about Fromber. Fromber is actually probably as far as like
Fromber. Is that his name?
If you're talking about the first game of this World Series, right?
Is that not the same guy that pitched the great inning to close out Boston?
To close out Boston, yes.
They were the same pitcher.
Oh no, that's Garcia. I'm sorry.
So the guy that opened wasn't the same guy that did Game 5 starter?
No. In fact, the Game 5 starter for the last series was the one that me and you saw in Game 2 of that Boston series, where he gave a grand slam in the first inning.
That was the same pitcher that closed out the 5th one?
Same pitcher.
Okay. I'm mistaken then. I thought he pitched Game 1. Yeah. I thought he pitched Game 1.
They changed his approach.
So what do you feel about that? When that ball got hit on the Boston pitcher, I was like, hell yeah, he broke his leg.
Oh, you mean you're talking about, you're talking about not Boston, Atlanta.
Yeah, Atlanta. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah.
So that's Uncle Charlie, man, and we have a hard time rooting against Uncle Charlie because he came in and just freaking devastated our opponents in the World Series for 2017.
Yeah.
He was money, and we love Uncle Charlie here. So feel bad for Uncle Charlie, but don't feel bad that he ain't going to pitch against us again.
Yeah, that's a win.
I called it. Yeah. I knew that ball broke his leg, and he tried a couple more pitches. He threw
he threw 16 more pitches on that broken fibula, I think is what they said.
And then he finally came down on it weird, and I think he realized how bad it was. You saw him kind of stumble off the mound after the pitch, and they x-rayed it right away.
Yeah, he struck Altuve out in the one where he recognized something was wrong. He with a 96-mile-an-hour fastball.
Isn't that crazy? With a broken leg.
Yeah.
Not a small break. It cracked him pretty good, I think.
Yeah. But listen, you gotta drink milk, so your bones aren't freaking feeble.
I can't talk. I've broken a lot of bones, so yeah.
I haven't broken any bones.
Kevin doesn't know this, but on the side, we call him Mr. Glass.
Mr. Glass.
I'm just kidding. We don't do that.
That's maybe a good thing to start. Hope maybe start making fun of me. I won't break it. I've broken my arms, and when I break my shit, it gets bad.
Oh man.
So Astros, rain out today or not, Mikey? What do you think?
I gotta call somebody.
No, man. I think that game is going to be a go.
Yeah.
I'd like for it to be played.
Have you ever been to Atlanta? Atlanta's awesome.
I've been there.
I've had some really fun times there.
Yeah, I've had fun times in Buckhead.
Buckhead,
yo.
I think I've been to Atlanta once, but never really like hung out there or anything. I heard it's a lot like Houston as far as social.
I think the way that the way that Houston is now, the diversity, the way people dress, the hipness and stuff out there. That's how it was 10 years ago.
That's enough of Atlanta. I don't want to talk about them.
Do you want to burn the Atlanta?
I want to burn this. In fact, actually, because you guys started giving props to Atlanta.
Yeah.
Like we got to bring them down a couple matches.
Okay, so there's the hat.
Yeah. Here we go. There you see it. They're gonna be the same. So do we have the setup correct here?
Yeah, we do.
Okay. We've got the torch.
We got the torch.
Okay.
We have the fires.
How are you gonna spit on me this time?
I plan to spit on you. So, just so everyone knows that safety is important here at the We Don't Know JAK.
This fire extinguisher, what's the date on this thing?
It's inspected, and if it's not, don't worry about it.
That's
it's extinguisher. It's inspected. Yeah, no, it's inspected. We have to keep these things inspected. And here's the torch.
All right,
we'll get that thing going. I don't know if it's safe to put it by the thing here. So,
who's gonna do the honors, man?
I kind of want to burn it.
Yeah, do it, man.
Come over here, Mikey. Let's burn the hat. Let me get you on a good spot here.
Let's see how hot that is.
All right, so you got a good shot, Mike. The camera's behind you. If you want to do this, I would hold the torch. It could get violent, Yeah. Definitely could get violent.
Are we doing a countdown or anything?
No, just burn that thing.
Burn it, dude. Yeah. Oh yeah. Burn that A.
Burn the A, man.
Yeah, burn that A, man.
I'm getting there. I'm doing like a little bit of everything, Just kind of get it all in there.
Oh yeah.
Woo! All right, so
I
think we're good. Let's turn this off.
Hold on, we get one more.
Let me burn. I want to get in there.
Dude, then your alarm's gonna go.
Burn. Oh no, that's MLB. We like that. All right, so the hat's burning. We have a safety spot here.
All right. Wait, put it right here so people can see it.
Put it right here.
Oh God, Nico.
Yeah, there we go.
Onto the. Y'all are nasty. Gosh.
Yeah. Monkey paws.
Yeah.
So
Mikey, how did that make it? Look at Mikey over there.
I feel like
some candy. How did that make you feel, Mikey? Because you weren't here for the Boston one.
I felt good doing it.
Good. Yeah. So
I kind of wanted to get the poop stain a little bit more, but
you may have to repent, man, because Darren Brill sent me a thing when we burned the Boston sex. Said, "Yo, that's borderline witchcraft."
Is it? So you're superstitious. Is it cool to do some witchcraft on some things? Should we put a spell on it or what?
The great thing about my faith is that I got grace, my friend.
Grace and faith.
Great.
Y'all were talking about
I got forgiveness.
I had to ask you because you were like, Mikey said, "Give me some grace." What the hell does grace mean? What is that?
Yeah. So grace. If you wanted to define it, is
that one of those things that you have to do to these little punk pussy kids that are out here these days? Huh? The unicorns and the soft people?
No.
Or is that something more religious?
Grace is like an idea that you don't give somebody what they deserve, right? So if we were talking about like in karma, like I got bad karma coming my way. But because of grace, it's not, right? Like, that bad karma is not coming my way.
Because who gave you the grace?
Oh, man. Our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
Oh, okay. So that's where it comes from.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah, we I know Kevin didn't want to have that subject matter on the show. Man, you asked the question.
Yeah. The religious stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't care. Yeah.
So anyways,
I've been praying lately. I've been praying for Mikey. There it is, man.
I've been forgiven for this.
Let's just get it up there so everyone can see.
I got some on my fingers.
This is the Atlanta Braves history, future.
Is there like a napkin anywhere?
No, we're good, man. It smells a little bad here.
Yeah, I got spit on my hands.
Yeah, we'll be good. We'll be good. Nice. It's fine. It's not a problem. So,
man, the weather's going to be great today.
Today?
Like right now, it's amazing outside.
Feels good.
It feels really, really good.
You get essentially in the city of Houston 10 days in the spring and 10 days in the fall.
So all the girls are wearing their boots and their high boots looking like that.
After that, it's just
tonight it's going down.
Cold or it's hot.
Yeah.
And most of the time it's hot.
Yesterday the wind was so bad, trees fell down and put the power out all over here. So which really is not good for us because our phones are attached to the power. So
it stinks, man.
Yeah, who
So you
knows?
couldn't use the phones.
No, I mean someone could call and just
And you
go
just-
to another dealership. It could cost. I mean, potentially power outage could cost us a lot of money because we missed a deal. But it is what it is.
What you got to do is cut down the trees by your competitors.
Yeah,
Like those fall over on the.
yeah. That was the plan. My install guys are over there
Down there right now?
One of my competitors.
Yeah, we won't mention their names.
Actually, you know what? I don't really have any competitors because Ace Office Furniture is on another level.
There you
Oh.
go.
Like we don't. I mean, we're almost.
Is that
we're
in your advertisement? On another level?
No, but it will be.
Yeah,
It will be.
It should be.
Yeah, and we're gonna start. I mean, we're like the Astros, man. We're unbeatable.
Okay. Nice.
We're
Nice.
unbeatable. Thank you.
Yeah.
I sure appreciate that.
So, what you're saying is that Ace Office Furniture, the Astros, this show, and me are unbeatable.
I don't even. Yes. Yes.
I'm going to say yes to that.
I'm going to give you some grace.
Yeah, please do. Please
Give some
do.
grace and say yes.
So, man, I know we talked about having a flashback Friday. So, man, this doesn't always have to be a story for me, but I do have one.
I think you probably have unlimited stories.
Oh,
Let's
yeah, I
hear
got
one.
stories
Let's
for
hear
everyone.
one. Let's
Yeah.
do it. We talk sports like we said we were going to do every day. Let's do the flashback Friday.
Do we have the pictures that I sent to you?
Yes, we do.
So let's
And
get those
I feel
up.
like you have
Let's get those up
really
while
good stories.
while I give some background
really
to
good
this.
stories.
So I'm afraid of heights. I don't know if y'all knew that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, I've never let that fear cause me to punk out.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I don't know what the hell was going on in one of the years that we were hanging out. Like everybody wanted to go climb up trees and jump out into water.
Are you talking about the bridge?
I'm talking about the bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got Kevin pulling up these pictures real quick so that everybody here can get a clear, kind of a visual of what we're talking about. But all the guys were like, "Oh, we gotta do, we gotta go to this freaking bridge and jump off into the water." And I'm like, "Man, we're hardcore thugs. Like, okay, I guess we're this is what we do for fun now, right? Like we live out in the country, so we're gonna do this." So we drove out from K-Town, Klein to Tomball. I think it was like actually closer to Magnolia, and we had to park the car somewhere and walk.
Railroad tracks.
Yeah, so we walked the railroad tracks to get to this particular spot of the railroad tracks where there's actually two tracks. There's one that goes over a lake, or really a pond. I mean, it's a super small piece of water. And then there's one that goes above that. And so when we get out there, everybody's jumping off of this middle one, and even that one, the low one that goes over the smallest train track, even that was too much for me. I was like, I actually don't want to do this. I just get freaked out. Like I start to see things like this when I get up high. But everybody's doing it, and then stuff gets escalated like really quickly. Like all of a sudden, Mike Davis and TJ, I guess they were like swimmers or divers.
Mike Davis was a diver.
Yeah. So they actually climb up to this concrete pillar that starts the second bridge that goes over the first bridge. And they're doing swan dives. Like just freaking swan dives into this water. And
It's not a big.
It's not a big area, right?
Yeah.
The crazy part about that water was that like there was trees like going over, and they're like, "Yeah, you just got to jump over this tree limb."
Yeah.
Yeah, here, let's throw our t-shirt on it. You see the t-shirt spot?
That's the spot.
That's where you gotta land. And
People were having bloody lips and feet like busting apart from this thing. It was so.
Well, I think that's where you're getting at.
yeah, I am getting it.
Oh, sorry, I jumped ahead of you.
So finally, they move it up even further, right? They go from the concrete pillar. They go, "Why don't we just jump off this second track?" And then you're for sure, like, the tree is actually below you. And you're, like, jumping out over these tree limbs.
Yeah.
And you got to land in a specific...
Yeah, because the area you're jumping into is not big.
No.
Yeah, there's like a specific little
From
section.
up there, it looked like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. And finally, I just tell myself, I'm like, dude, everybody's done it. Don't be scared. Like, don't let your fears punk you. And I kept telling myself, don't be a little B, man. Get up there. Don't be afraid. You handle this.
Yeah.
I know you're scared, but you get up there and you freaking handle your fears. And so, yeah, man, I get up there and I'm sitting there and I got, I'm on the side and they're, jump onto that T-shirt. You got to go over this branch in between the next one and land on that T-shirt. And so I'm rocking back and forth. And before you know it, I let go with one hand, but not the other. And I think Kevin said it looked like I was a mannequin coming down sideways. And I remember like just kind of being knocked out. I hit that water. It was like concrete. And I think you and Kevin had to come swim out to get me because I came up and immediately like
froze.
I couldn't breathe. I couldn't swim. I had all the wind knocked out of me.
Yeah.
That night I was coughing up blood. I had cut the under part of my lip, like inside my gum line from here to here. And it was just bleeding. So, man, that's the story. It's too bad Kevin couldn't get these pictures.
Yeah. Are they on your Facebook, maybe?
No!
What did you say before we even started?
I got this.
What did you say before we started?
Can we get these pictures up?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Here, let me show this camera. Let's see if you can get this.
Why don't you just connect Apple TV?
Can you see that?
Yeah, hold it up.
Okay.
I don't have the Apple TV on.
So you can see that picture? Let's see. Let's get closer.
Yeah, that's the bridge.
Okay. So
just connect here.
The railroad underneath is actually high above the water. And you can see the second railroad up there is where we jumped from, is above some of the trees. So that's what it looks like. I'm getting work calls. That's what it looks like from the ground. Like, so you got this one right here. That's actually pretty high. It may not look like it right here in this picture, but that's actually pretty high. And then there was a middle point that they were jumping off of, doing the swan dives, and then way up at the top, jumping over the other train track, over the tree, into this water.
So this is Nico. This is Nico describing the thing. So I apologize again. Man, I'm self-admitted the worst producer of a live video podcast, and I don't know what the deal is with these emails.
We gotta get better for next week, Kevin.
Man, I'm gonna bring my Apple TV up here so we can stream on that. It'll make it so much easier. For some reason, there's a Chrome device on here, and I'm hooked up with my laptop. Your emails didn't come through for some reason. I apologize. But the story is funny. The bridge is high as shit.
Yeah.
And if you don't remember, when we were doing that, the second time that we went out, I couldn't jump with y'all because I had gotten into a fight with that dude in front of Richard Walker's house. And I don't remember the guy's name. He was a light-skinned black guy. He always wore a Michigan jersey. He was really, really kind of big. Do you remember that guy?
I don't even remember that.
So his name doesn't matter, but it was me and Nick Eckerman. He's talking shit to Nick Eckerman, and Nick Eckerman just headbutts him. Boom! Headbutts him, and I just start teeing off. I just start teeing off.
Like something Nick would do, man.
Nick Eckerman headbutts him. So I grab him, right? I'm hitting him. He grabs me and starts running, and I'm oh shit, this guy's gonna hurt me, but I was able to hook my leg around. And we came down, and I don't remember who's all there, but we started, like, back in the days, you hit one guy, you getting jumped.
Oh, yeah. It didn't matter if, like, you actually knew
people were kicking me in the face.
Yeah, we kicked you.
And I have him on the ground, but I came out on top, and I had his head down, but when we scratched, I had to go to the emergency room that night. When we went on the ground, my face got I got a rock in my eye. I had to go get stitches on. And we were on the ground, and I was on top hitting them, and everyone's kicking them, And they're like, stand up and start over. And I'm like, no, I'm winning. And so after that, we went and jumped that night. And then we went to a party, and the cops came. And they had us all surrounded. And the cops like, what the fuck happened to you? You got road rash on your face. All making fun of me. But I didn't get to jump it the second time. And that's why. Yeah, then I think you might have been in front of Rich Walker's house and might have been one of the guys that kicked me. You got anything to say about that?
Where are we at right now?
You're right here, man.
Look at the red dot.
Listen, the red dots.
I got a lot of grace.
A lot of great.
Everybody knows when there's a scrum on the ground. Like, you get your kicks in. You don't even really care who you're kicking. Like, you just throw kicks. I've been on the bottom of those piles. I've been kicked by y'all before.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So I've been in a lot of fights, and I don't know if I'm a good fighter or bad fighter, but in a few, and I've got my ass kicked. And if you say you fight and you think you won all of them, you ain't fought nobody.
Yeah, exactly.
And my excuse to my dad is every time I come home fucked up, I'll be like, I fell on my skateboard. And then finally my dad was like, hey man, you ain't good at skateboarding.
Give up the skateboard.
He's told me later on in life, he goes, we all knew you were full of shit, Kevin. But like back there, he's like, you should just probably stop skateboarding, Kevin. Like, you suck. Which I kind of did,
I think I'll blame everything on skateboarding from now on.
Yeah. I knocked my teeth out once. I was skateboarding.
Oh, man.
I could never do this. I couldn't do the skateboard. I know when Frankie and everybody started riding skateboards and rollerblading, I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I couldn't keep up. I had to just ride the bike.
Well, you're not alone there, sir.
Yeah, and speaking of all the fights and us kicking each other, like, yeah, I remember when Matt fucking hit me with brass knuckles in the back of my head.
Oh, yeah.
This was a great. Like, I bring this up to people all the time, like, because I remember, like, we had a bunch of people, like, we all knew each other, we're friends, except for, like, one dude who happened to be friends with, like, somebody else at this party. And was it Charterwood or was it?
I was Charterwood.
It was
yeah.
Charterwood, right? So we come to a party. Funny thing was, we brought Tiffany with us, Michelle's little sister. So I'm sure she was freaked out. She'd never seen anything like that before. 20-on-20 scrum. But this guy keeps pushing Mikey. And I can tell, like, Matt Metcalf was telling him, hey, keep pushing this guy. And the guy just keeps pushing Mikey. He don't know Mikey just mess him up bad, Bad. Just bad, right? Mikey will beat you down.
Yeah. Got the long reach.
And I'm, like, anytime we were drinking or smoking, like, I was always looking to land a sucker punch on somebody. So I told Mikey, I'm like, man, this dude pushes you again, like, I'm gonna freaking blow him up in the face.
Yeah. No such thing as a one-on-one fight.
No.
Maybe once or twice, but you'd have to literally yell at the guys, like, you don't jump in on this one.
We had those moments.
We were
but like, hey, leave this one alone.
But even after we beat them up, or the one-on-one, then you get jumped afterwards.
Yeah.
Like, it'd be one-on-one for about 30, 45 seconds, and I was, I'm self-admitted, help me out if I start listening. So, man, dude pushes Mikey one more time, and I freaking cold cocked him, man, and then just stuff popped off. And, like, friends are fighting friends. Like, I mean, everybody that was in that scrum knew each other. Like, at one point I see Matt, like, Mikey's got this dude on the ground just murdering him. And I see Matt put on his brass knuckles and hit Mikey in the head. I'm like, God, what the hell, man? Like, and, it's one thing that we're all like, I remember jumping up and punching Wes Everingham in the face. And I love Wes.
Yeah.
Why were we fighting all of each other?
Oh, man, because too much testosterone.
Yeah, it was just like everybody was just in it, and people were just throwing punches, and it was like on accident.
No one even knew what was
just
going on.
hitting.
I don't even know if it was an accident. I think we'll be cool tomorrow.
I was in the tornado.
Yeah, Matt could have been like, "This is my opportunity. I'm gonna fucking land a couple on Mikey." Probably what it was.
We gotta turn this.
Yeah, you're good.
This way. Man. So yeah, we gotta get this show better for next week because. We got my boy coming on here, man. We got a special guest coming on here next week.
Yeah, we do. And let's pull him up, Yeah.
So here's the deal. Everybody knows that we've been wanting to do interviews here. We want to interview either local business owners or local celebrities or maybe local artists. Have them on, give them an opportunity to just plug and promote whatever events or things that they've got going on. And so we want to do the first one. I had a young man when I used to be a youth pastor who was in our youth group, and his name is Bo Hernandez. He hosts comedy shows for something called Laughing Hearts Comedy, and they'll present different shows. And so I want to have him on to promote their next event. He himself is an aspiring comedian. He's kind of doing the circuit right now and paying his way in order to make it. So we're going to have him on. He should be pretty funny. I think that'll be good as our first interview.
Yeah.
We're trying to get everything worked out, kinks worked out.
We're excited to meet you, Bo, and hopefully you can tell some jokes. We'll promote the show, and maybe we can get some free tickets.
This event that they have coming up is next year, Friday, March?
No, so this is an old event right here.
Okay,
I just wanted to show a picture, the kind of stuff that they've been putting out.
Yeah, man, that's awesome. I mean, definitely let's find out when their next show is, because I would like to go check it out. Maybe we can incorporate them.
There he is, right there.
Yeah. So here's Bo Hernandez page here. You can find him on social media.
Yeah.
Laughing Heart Comedy. They're here. You can find them at Laughing Heart Comedy. Is their hashtag on Facebook?
Now he may not be promoting a show for this particular, because he did mention to me that it may be a different show.
Okay.
But I know he's trying to branch out and do his own thing. In fact, that's why I connected y'all before.
Yeah, and we'll after this year, for sure. I know we're going to put on another event.
Yeah,
and our comedy series that we did went really, really good. So we want to do it again.
He's got a group of comedians that he works with, and they try to do little local tours. He's done some charity events that he put together himself. Mm-hmm. So I thought it'd be great for maybe something they could do with Double Oaks.
For sure. And I think once the Dasher show and that piece of land we're actually doing a lot of entertainment stuff at would be perfect.
So, Mikey, I've always been giving you a hard time about working so hard. What you got going on this weekend, man?
Man, this weekend we have some really cool events. Actually, we have a couple weddings, which are always special and unique for each client. But we're doing a bat mitzvah on Saturday. And this one's going to be really cool because we're hanging color-changing string lights above, so there's 3 different areas for this party. They go all out for these bat mitzvahs. The one that we just did this past weekend was at Pinstripes off Kirby. Huge, right? Really big event. It was awesome. We did an LED dance floor. We did a bunch of lighting. It was awesome. So this next one is going to be outside, then they have this little small pavilion, and then the dinner and all that stuff is inside. But the outside, we're hanging a bunch of string lights over this grass area, and all the lights are changing they're changing color lights. Okay. So obviously these are new lights for us that I purchased, specific for this event, which we'll have in our inventory. So that's going to be super cool.
Nice.
And all the lights you can set to different. All the whole strand can be different colors. They can go with the music. They can strobe, fade in and out, do all different kinds of stuff.
Sweet.
So that's going to be a really, really cool event. And then the weddings that we have, and we're setting up a stage actually today for an event tomorrow. So yeah, we got some cool events.
So I got a question. A lot of people have jobs. Is this a job for you, or is this a passion at this point?
Man, I would have to say that it is. What the passion that I have is being able to interact with different clients,
produce those special
days for those different types of events, and it to me it's fun. I love it. You can
see that in your work too. It's not just a job. It's
not. You know what I mean? But I also look at it that it is my job. I have to provide for my family. I have to take care of bills and make sure that employees got to pay for people. So it all falls on making sure that you can bring the money in to do these things. But I think it is, man. It started off as I know I can do this. I've been doing it for a while. I need to start my own company and. So
Mikey is the owner of Double Oaks Events Entertainment, and you're as an entrepreneur. How does it feel? I've been an entrepreneur for a while, and I was giving you a hard time that if you ain't breaking down, you ain't working hard enough. And it's kind of true, but I don't have a family, so it's a little bit easier for me. Yeah. And I know you got kids that are growing up and in that age where they take a lot of time. How is that affecting you pursuing your entrepreneurship? How are you balancing your life?
I'll say, man, that the past 2 months it's nonstop, right? Working every single day, not having time off.
And he hasn't made it here for the last shows.
I've been out there
for our
inaugural season. And but it's been tough. But I will say this, Kevin, I admire your entrepreneurship.
Thank you.
I really do, man. I admire from the I don't know if you'll remember this, but years ago, right? You're like, I'm moving to Boston. And you started the
blow pop business where you buy like containers of blow pops for $10 and you sold them a quarter a piece, and you ended up making like.
And you moved out there and you were doing the training and you were doing that.
I'm gonna cut you off because fuck Boston. It was Connecticut.
Connecticut.
New Jersey. I started.
And yes,
yeah.
And you when
so
you.
I'm gonna tell you. Let me break this down real quick. So. Cow. I wasn't an entrepreneur at this point, but I was dedicated and wanted to become a partner in this company. Uh-huh. We were a gym, and we bought gyms. And I actually went to Seattle first, and I just bought our house. We got our house in 2007, like before the shit blew up. I was one of those guys.
I remember because
they got a good loan, before the housing market fell apart. I'm probably one of the ones that caused it.
Like good loan, even yeah. Not a good loan.
No, that was a good loan. It was a great loan.
Good loan for you. Yeah, not for the loan industry.
Yeah. I'm the one that
banks.
I'm the one that caused one of the guys that contribute to that. So we had just bought this house, and my mentor had left the company. He was an owner. He left the company, and he told me, he goes, I was already on my way to Seattle to go open up this territory, and he said, Kevin, go learn the experience. I'll call you as soon as I'm ready. So I went to Seattle, and we were looking at houses and everything. And not a lot of people might not know this part of it. So I went there, and I was there for 3-4 months. And me and Shauna had a lease ready and everything. And then Mike calls me, and he goes, Kevin, I'm ready. I'll double your salary, and I'll pay for your move. And I'm like, great, where are we going? New Jersey. Trenton, New Jersey, which is the ghetto, like the worst part of New Jersey. And I stayed there for a little while. I didn't even really have a position. I just kind of floated around to different gyms. And then they gave me the Connecticut territory. Mm-hmm. And I had 6 gyms there, and I made a lot of money, and I was doing really well. And I lost my passion for that and decided that I just didn't want to do it. And I left, and that's something that as an entrepreneur that I think is real important. Don't be scared to try something different, you know? And a lot of people say, well, don't quit your job till you get another job. It's bullshit. Quit your job, and I guarantee you'll find another job. Yeah. That's the way the entrepreneur mind works. So
absolutely,
that was my story on that. And from then, man, I kind of been working on my own,
I know, man, and I to me, I've always seen it. I'm like, damn, dude, I don't know how Kevin does it, but you just have it. And I was scared to get out. I was just comfortable, working at the company I was at. I built that company, I like when I got there, it was totally different to where it was at when I left. And everybody would tell me, man, Mike, you need to go out and do your own thing. Like you need to leave there, do your own thing. Yeah. And then when that time came, it was actually my wife. My wife was the one that was like, let's do this. I got your back. Yeah. Like, let's do it. And I'm like, and inside I'm nervous because I'm like, man, well, what if it doesn't work out? What if? Mm-hmm. What if? And that kept on holding me back. And my wife was like, she went back to school. She's going to get her master's in education. She was going to, like, just in case something happens, I'll have, I'll get into something so that way, And I'm like, you know what? I'm a hustler. We'll figure it out. We'll make it work. And she's the one that pushed me into like, let's do it. And then that's what it was, man. And then of course God put all these things in place, and it was just meant to happen, And so once we went in that direction, it was a huge deal,
Yeah, so I remember we had a special moment after the wedding extravaganza, and I told you something. I hope this makes sense to you, and I hope other people that aspire to be entrepreneurs will understand this. Is that you can either chase your dreams or help someone else chase theirs, and that's the reality of being an entrepreneur. You can work your whole life following someone else's dreams and helping them accomplish everything they want. Or you can take the risk and try to do your own dreams. And I said that in the parking lot. I hope that meant something to you. Because I think that's really important, is not to be scared. You just have to put yourself out there. And being an entrepreneur, failure is part of it. Yeah. It is,
And accepting that, it's huge.
Yeah. And so adapting. You have to adapt.
You have to. Yeah. And so in the past month, a lot of pressure, right? Mentally, physically tired, like all of those things, man. And but it's just... the support from my wife has been, it's huge. She's when I get home and I'm tired and I'm just like mentally beat, and I don't want to do anything. Like as our work is done, I want to go to sleep and rest, and her like talking to me saying, we got this, we can do this together. I'm here to help you. What can I do? help kind of push me to that next level. So I'm in a good place. We're busy, but I'm good. I'm having.
Yeah, and I think that's real important. That's something you said about your wife, and all of us have a really, really strong wife that's really been behind us. I think, and without them, we probably wouldn't be anything. To be honest with you, yeah,
absolutely right.
And me and my wife have been working together the whole time, so she's just as big an entrepreneur as me, which she has a problem with because she's an hourly mentality where she wants to get a paycheck at the end of the week, and being an entrepreneur, sometimes you don't pay yourself, but you watch your business bank account build, which I try to tell her, that's all ours, and she's like, well, I still want to do this, but that's another topic altogether. But yeah, man, I'm proud of you, Mikey. Being an entrepreneur is hard, and you've been doing great at it, and I see your company growing, and I wish you all the
Appreciate
success,
it, brother.
man.
Appreciate
and I
it.
am really, really proud of you, and now it's time to chase your dream, and not that other douchebags.
Throw out how they get in touch with you again.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Double Oak Events. Double Oak Events. You can check us out on Instagram at Double Oak Events. Our website is www.doubleoakevents.com. All of our social media handles is at Double Oak Events. We have a YouTube page, Double Oak Events, and I'll start sharing some stuff so we can post it on.
We'll put some
here.
stuff on the show.
So
you can see it.
So I just want to say, as we build this podcast up, I'm learning. We're all kind of new to this podcast, but we're not new to being friends and having a good time, and that's what this is about. But we'll have links. I'm going to put links up to all the people that we've promoted, so you will be at the end of the show be able to see those links, click on them, find out a little bit more about their companies, find out more about Bo when he comes on tomorrow or next Friday. But we're going to get better on that part, and I promise every day I'm trying to learn more about this, and that's just the back end stuff. It doesn't matter what you see here is what this is all about. The Joker, the King, and me just having a good time. We're getting close to time. Does anyone have any other topics they want to talk about?
We can show the Halloween video, man.
We could show that.
I don't know if I put it on our YouTube page. Did I put it on our YouTube page?
I think it did.
We can show that real quick. Otherwise, you can get to it from my Facebook. No, I didn't put it up there.
It's up there.
Where?
I'll find it.
So, where we at? Still over here. Last year during the pandemic, or what was that, a year and a half ago? Can't remember. During the shutdown, I'd never done social media before, and was encouraged to do that, and started putting some just really interesting food videos up, some deep thoughts, and just trying to provide people with laughter. Too many people at that time were using Facebook and a way to promote their ideology when it comes to political beliefs and social beliefs, and I thought, people don't need to see hate going back and forth, because all you're really doing is repelling the people that don't agree with you and attracting the people that already do agree with you. So really, you're not gaining anything by that. And I thought, what they really need right now is just some laughter, man. Again, you can get to it from my Facebook page. We're having technical difficulties. Yeah. So go back on that one. Go hit back, hit the back screen a couple times until you get to mine, because we got there from mine, right? Oh yeah, there you go. Okay. I'm sure people don't want to see me just pointing at myself.
Yeah, you're good. Let me zoom in a little bit. This is great. This is how we do it.
So this one was one I did for Halloween, and man, I don't know where the damn stuff comes into my mind from, but
so is this it right here?
Yeah, that's it right there. Can we play that? We got to rewind it though, and then let's turn it up so people can hear it. Because unfortunately, I wasn't the best IT person too. I tried to do this all on iMovie, and I'm just cutting and splicing pieces together in a different sound, audible. So yeah, let's play that for him, man. This is a good Halloween treat for you.
What's up, everyone? Happy Halloween! Today I've got a treat with no trick. We're making a holiday favorite, Halloweenies, with candy corn ganache.
I remember this one.
Here's what you're gonna need. Candy corn, America's favorite Vienna sausage, with topping and a straw. If you can make it work, take your giant straw, stick it into the Vienna sausage like this. You can see you put right through. In the end, you'll be left with a bunch of hollowed out weenies. Now, just for fun, I like to boil out the insides.
That's good fun there.
Now it's time to work on the candy corn ganache. Now, I don't really know what ganache means, but what I think it means is chewed up candy corn.
Jake, is that what ganache means?
Now it's time to take a little dollop of Cool Whip, and you just place that right on top. You might want a little bit more orange dip.
Wow.
So there you have it, Halloweenies with candy corn ganache.
Awesome.
So, I don't know if you can see in the corner here.
Whoa, what's going on
This
here?
is up next.
Crossroads highlights.
2021 Crossroads highlights. Y'all
Hello.
want to play that?
No,
I don't know what that is, but it looks like a girl in a G-string. But yeah.
So that
that
is
was
on our
hilarious.
page, or that's on my page. So we didn't have that on there.
No, that's not. That's just something that
We gotta add this to the YouTube page.
No, that's on there. It is, but you uploaded it, so I don't know.
Okay.
So,
Probably 'cause
we're
I
out of
don't
time
know.
here, guys. We're gonna take it out on this camera right here. This is the Ace. Thank you guys for tuning in.
The King, baby. We'll see you next weekend.
The Joker. Hey, listen. Remember, be a friend. Friends are subscribers.
Yeah,
we appreciate
please
it.
subscribe,
All the
like,
support.
all the support we can get.
First interview.